You almost leave. If you did, your life would still belong to you. The black car outside has no driver. She says your name before you introduce yourself. And when you look back at the restaurant, every table has gone silent. Even the waiter stops breathing with the tray in his hand. She smiles like nothing happened. Sit down, she says. You do. Not because you trust her, because everyone else looks afraid of what happens if you don't. Her name is Reina. At least, that is the name she gives you. She wears a cream coat, black gloves, and a watch so thin it looks expensive without trying. She never checks her phone. But every 5 minutes, someone else checks theirs. A man near the door receives a message, stands up, pays for food he never touched, and leaves. You notice. She notices you noticing. Some people only understand exits, she says. That should be your warning. Instead, it feels like attention. The first strange thing happens before dessert. Your phone lights up. 3 missed calls from your boss. 1 text. Don't come in tomorrow. Paid leave. My mistake. Sorry. You stare at it. Your boss has never apologized to anyone. Reina pours tea into your cup. You look tired, she says. You don't ask how she knew. That is your first mistake. By the second date, there is always a car waiting. Not close. Never obvious. Just across the street, engine running, headlights off. When you ask if it is hers, she looks at it once. The car pulls away. No, she says. That answer does not comfort you. It teaches you. With Reina, questions move things, so you stop asking them. That is how control begins. Not with chains, with convenience. A parking ticket disappears. Your landlord suddenly fixes the leak. A rude client sends an apology email at 2:13 a.m. Your life becomes smoother. Too smooth. Like someone sanded down every sharp edge before you could touch it. Your friends joke that you look rested. You laugh. You are not rested. You are waiting. For what? You don't know yet. Then one night, you meet her in a hotel bar above Shinjuku. Rain crawls down the glass. The city looks expensive and guilty. Reina sits alone in the corner. No drink. No menu. No expression. Across the room, 2 men argue in low voices. One points at her. The other grabs his wrist so hard the man stops mid-sentence. Reina does not look over. She lifts 1 finger. Not high. Not dramatic. Just enough. The arguing men bow. Both of them. Then they leave through separate doors. You sit down slowly. What do you do? You ask. She looks at your mouth, not your eyes. I make problems end. That night, she walks you to the elevator. She does not kiss you. She fixes your collar. Somehow, that feels more intimate. Somehow, that feels worse. By the 3rd week, your plans start changing before you make them. Your friend cancels dinner. Then another. Then your sister says she feels like she never sees you anymore. You tell her work is busy. That is the first lie that sounds like Reina. Favors are footprints. And by then, your apartment is full of them. A bottle of whiskey you never bought. A new lock on your door. A suit hanging in your closet, tailored exactly to you. No note. No receipt. Just ownership pretending to be care. You call Reina. She answers on the first ring. I don't like gifts, you say. You like being safe. That isn't the same thing. There is a pause. Somewhere behind her, a room goes quiet. Then she says, it becomes the same thing. You should hang up. You don't. Because the truth is ugly. Part of you likes it. Part of you likes doors opening. Part of you likes people lowering their voices when she enters. Part of you likes being chosen by someone who can move the world with 1 sentence. Power is romantic when it is pointed away from you. At first, the midpoint comes on a Tuesday. Your ex messages you. Nothing serious. Just, hope you're okay. You don't reply. 10 minutes later, the message disappears. Then your ex blocks you on everything. You stare at the screen. Your stomach turns cold. That night, Reina is waiting outside your building. Black car. Rear door open. No driver visible. You touched my phone? You ask. No. You had someone touch it. She steps closer. Rain beads on her coat. You were looking backward. That was my choice. No, she says softly. It was a vulnerability. That is the first time you are afraid of her. Not because she raises her voice. Because she doesn't. Danger is louder when it whispers. Inside the car, the windows are tinted so dark the city disappears. She sits beside you with her hands folded. The driver never looks in the mirror. You realize there is another man in the front seat. You do not see him get in. Reina says, someone has been asking about you. Who? A man who thinks I care too much. Your mouth goes dry. Do you? She turns to you. For once, her face almost changes. That is the problem. The car stops outside a closed karaoke building. Every sign is off. Inside, the room is silent. Not quiet. Silent. There are 5 men at a table. No drinks. No music. No one looks surprised to see you. Reina places a hand on your back. A controlled touch. A warning disguised as comfort. One man slides a folder across the table. Inside are photos of you. Leaving work. Buying coffee. Sleeping on a train. Your life, taken from angles you never saw. You look at Reina. She does not look away. Is this yours? You ask. No. Then why do they have it? Because you became expensive. No one explains what that means. That is how you know it means something bad. The oldest man at the table speaks to Reina, not you. You are distracted. She replies in Japanese, too fast for you to follow. He glances at you once, like you are a crack in a wall. Then Reina laughs. Softly. Everyone stops moving. You have never heard her laugh before. It does not sound happy. It sounds final. The old man closes the folder. He nods. The meeting ends. Just like that. No shouting. No threats. Only men, standing at the same time. Only chairs sliding back in perfect order. Only the feeling that something was decided about your life while you sat there breathing. In the car, you ask, what did you give them? Reina looks out the window. Enough. What does that mean? It means you sleep tonight, but you don't. You lie awake until sunrise. Your phone, face down. Your curtains open. Watching for cars. That is the next cost. Lost sleep. Then work. You miss deadlines. You forget meetings. Your boss apologizes when you are the one late. That scares you more than being yelled at. Your friends stop inviting you out. Not all at once. That would be obvious. They simply stop trying. Your world narrows. Apartment. Car. Reina. Dependence does not feel like a cage at first. It feels like rhythm. Then, one night, she calls at 1:46 a.m. Come downstairs. You do. You hate that you do. The black car is waiting. This time, she is not inside. Only the driver. He hands you an envelope. Give it to her, he says. Where is she? He does not answer. The envelope is warm. That is the detail you remember. Warm, like someone had been holding it too tightly. You find Reina in a private room behind a closed restaurant. Her glove is missing. There is blood on her wrist. Not much. Enough. She sees the envelope and nods. Good. What is happening? A correction. You look at the blood. Are you hurt? She almost smiles. Not mine. You step back. Something inside you finally tries to leave. But then she sways. Just slightly. No one else sees it. You catch her arm. And that is the cruelest part. Fear would be simple. Love makes it complicated. She leans into you for half a second. Then straightens. Go home, she says. No. Her eyes sharpen. You don't get to be brave now. That line stays with you. Because she is right. You were not brave when the favors helped. You were not brave when your boss apologized. You were not brave when your friends disappeared quietly. You only became brave when the bill arrived. Freedom can arrive carrying handcuffs. The final truth comes in your apartment. 3 days later, you find a small black device behind your bookshelf. Not hidden badly. Hidden so you could find it. A microphone. You hold it in your palm. Your whole body goes numb. Reina arrives 20 minutes later. No surprise on her face. You wanted me to find it, you say. Yes. Why? So you would stop pretending. You laugh once. It sounds broken. Pretending what? That this was still a relationship you could leave cleanly. The room feels smaller. Your own apartment feels rented from her. Did you ever love me? You ask. She removes her gloves. Slowly. Like honesty requires ceremony. Yes. That hurts more than no. Then why control everything? She looks tired for the first time. Because everything I love becomes leverage. Outside, a car door closes. Neither of you moves. She says, there is a flight tomorrow morning. Your name is already on it. New apartment, new job, new city. And if I don't go? Her eyes flick to the window. The black car is waiting below. Engine running. Headlights off. Then they learn what you mean to me. You understand then. She was never just protecting you from the world. She was protecting the world from knowing where to hurt her. What felt like love was also a locked door. What felt like safety was also ownership. And the worst part is this. Somewhere in the ruined, exhausted center of you, you still want her to ask you to stay. She steps closer. For the first time, her voice shakes. Only once. tell me to let you go. You should say it. You know you should. Your phone is on the table. Your passport is in the drawer. Your old life is somewhere behind you, small and damaged, but maybe still alive. You look past her at the window. At the black car. At the silent street. At the version of yourself waiting on the other side of one sentence. Then, Reina touches your collar. Fixes it. Like the first night. And you realize love does not always ask you to die. Sometimes it asks you to become someone who can survive it. You whisper, "Let me go." She closes her eyes. For 1 second, she looks human. Then the moment is gone. She turns, walks to the door, stops. The car downstairs is for you. You swallow. And you? She does not look back. I have to make problems end. The door closes softly. No slam. No drama. Just a click. You stand in the apartment until morning. At dawn you go downstairs. The black car is still waiting. The driver opens the door. You get in, not because you are safe, not because you are free, because now you understand the difference. And that is what she cost you.